Welcome to Maker Conversations. I'm your host, Tiff Marchand from NIGHTCARVERDESIGNS. Today on the show, I've got a great guest host. I've got Made by Marylou joining us, and our interviewee is Brandy from Handy Dandy Brandy. It was really fun to sit down and chat with Brandy. Marylou and I really didn't know her much, so it was kind of like our first actual long conversation, and it just was a great time just kind of getting to know about Brandy more. Now, this is an old conversation. I'm talking about before Workbench Con, which was back in March, and it is currently August 5th while I'm doing this voiceover. So yeah, this took a while for me to get to, but it was because I really wanted to catch up with Brandy after she got into her established shop and see how she was doing after that. So you're going to hear at the end, Brandy comes back on for like another 10-ish minutes, and we just kind of catch up at where we currently are in life. And that was just recorded like a week ago, so that's nice and fresh for you. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for listening, and a huge thank you to the sponsor of the show, Sabertooth Power Carving. You can catch us at Maker Camp over in the Catskills of New York in October. We'll be carving our little hearts out. So come on over and join us over there, and you can use NIGHTCARVER10 in all caps whenever you go to make your purchases at sabertooth.com. All right, let's get to know Brandy.
Well, thank you for coming on. I don't know if you've talked to Marylou before, but this is Marylou from Made by Marylou. She's amazing.
Hey,
and
thanks.
She's a little SoCal girl too. So I figured it'd be a lot of fun to have you guys both on and just get to know each other. Like I said in our messages, it's like really relaxed. There's no pre-planned questions here. I mean, I did stalk you, like give you a really good stalking just a moment ago. But besides that, yeah. Oh, I saw it all. But yeah, exactly. And we did talk about it a little bit because I was super curious, just kind of your story and stuff, because we were saying like we didn't start following you until very recently. Like I was trying to figure out when, and we were like that strawberry. I think it was like
strawberry cutting board.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah. It brought us in. We both like berries, apparently. And
love a good strawberry. Love just like cute stuff like that. And then it was a cutting board. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that was my first like collab with a brand. Nectar Juice wanted me to make a strawberry, and so I put my own spin on it. And then, yeah, that was my first intro to the world of like influence, I guess.
That's cool. So wait,
That's
they
super
reached
cool.
out to you, or
Yeah,
Oh,
to do like a giveaway with them.
that's sweet.
That is sweet. Nectar sweet.
Yeah. Where in SoCal do you live, Marylou?
I'm in OC, like South OC.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's where I went to high school. Marina, Huntington Beach.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's where Joni's at.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Joni Sprague.
I met Joni for I went over to our friend John Wick's garage, and we filmed some content, had fun.
That's awesome.
We totally saw like you guys probably planned quite a bit of things, since they're always so good about that when they record together. Like her and John always like do at least a few, and then it's like a nice little follow-up series for the month. So I love seeing that.
Yeah, the process was funny. We all came with like some ideas, and like 10 minutes maybe tops we spent planning it, and then we just did it without much thought. I think it kind of makes it funnier.
It is. Joni has like such fun ideas. That sounds like typical Joni. You guys want to do a reel?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Jealous that you guys all can just get tapped into over there.
Yeah. Where are you located?
I'm in Massachusetts. So
cool.
Yes, much further this way from you guys.
Yeah. Just another reason to come back.
Oh, believe me. I'm trying. Gotta find reasons. Literally, somebody was like, people will message me because I'm I do the social media for Workbench Con. So they're always just like, it'd be really cool if they came to California. It'd be really nice. I'm like, yeah, I would. I would love somebody to pay me to come to California. Like that is the goal. I'm like, so I'm like, come on, woodworking shows. Where are you? Yeah. What can I
Yeah.
host? Bring me down.
I didn't
There's
know
like
you did the
none here.
socials. That's cool.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I didn't know you did the social for them. That's cool.
Oh yeah. I do that for them and for Sabertooth Power Carving. I handle the social media for both of them. So, and then myself gets in
Yeah.
there somewhere
Yeah,
there.
that's a lot.
When we were checking out your page, like I had been watching some of your content recently, and I saw like you made a post about like, you know, 3 years ago or like a year ago, I didn't have this kind of following or whatever, and now look at me here. Like I loved seeing like, okay, there's a backstory here. Like, how did you make that pivot to like where you changed the way you, I don't know, make your reels, or what in your business changed that made that change happen for you?
I think it was realizing the reels were getting more reach, and I started off just doing like product photos and not doing me or behind the scenes really. Just being like, this is what I have to sell. This is it, finished. Do you like it? But I think people really like to see the person behind it and the story and see the process of how it was made. And the reels just get so much more reach. So just focusing more on that has helped a lot. And also finding like a broader audience instead of just my customer bases, making more friends with like the makers and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, before I didn't have many like woodworking friends or maker friends. I had like other small businesses, but really just trying to figure out all the different ways I can tap into fit into different spaces.
No one supports you like a maker friend out there
Yeah.
right now. Like, you know what I mean? They're just the most
That's true.
encouraging when you do
Yeah.
something and they know you put your heart into it. They're going to leave a comment or, at least like
Yeah.
interact with it some way because they know the amount of effort that went into that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we can all help each other a lot.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing this, you said, for 5 years full time.
Yeah, I had a graphic design, like event production, worked at an agency, and the work kind of just slowed down. So I wasn't complete, I guess I was kind of laid off, but not really. It just kind of was like an independent contractor for them anyway. And as the work slowed down, I just kind of found different ways to make money. I was doing pet portraits, drawing for a while, like did people's resumes. And then I went to school for furniture design. And so I missed like
Okay.
hands-on stuff. But I was never taught real woodworking. I could like draw it and design on a computer, but that just wasn't fulfilling me. I was like, I don't just want to think of something and have someone else make it. I've always loved making things. So I took some classes at a local community college for woodworking, and we made cutting boards. And I always like tend to turn everything, all my hobbies into profit, monetize them. So I did a little market and sold cutting boards, and I sold out immediately, like 30 of them. And so that kind of like started it all.
That's
That's
awesome,
awesome.
right? 30,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah, my prices were a lot less expensive, but yeah, it was still a huge like confidence boost, and I feel like that's all you need sometimes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. How long
It's
did it take you to do 30 cutting boards?
Probably like several weeks. Not, they weren't too
Yeah.
complicated. They're all like just one piece of wood cut out in different shapes, but I didn't have any templates or anything. I was just kind of like, what idea, what shape can I think of?
And then how'd you cut it out? Like a bandsaw or
Had
jigsaw?
I think it was just a jigsaw I had at the time.
gonna
So
say
yeah,
nothing like a jigsaw.
yeah, and
I
I
love
didn't
She
jigsaw.
loves, yeah, she loves the jigsaw. I love the bandsaw.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really learning to love
well,
the bandsaw.
for different reasons.
If I can do it on the bandsaw, I will.
Yeah, if it fits, it
Yeah.
fits.
Totally. Yeah.
I think I like the feeling. I don't know, of just like leaning forward and like I just made that happen, and it's just so quick. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Do
woo.
you have a battery powered or you,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
I was using a corded one, and yeah, the maneuvering of the cord.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once
My
you get a
corded
battery
one.
one, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to worry. Yeah. It's freeing.
Yeah.
That's how I like to do all my relief cutting for like if I'm making like tiki poles or something. So that way it just materials off and now I can just start carving it. And so how did you balance? Like, first of all, I'm kind of curious if you're a foodie, because like all the boards that you make, I feel like there's some kind of foodie in there.
Yeah, this year was all, I look back and it was only food shaped ones. I did the strawberry and the pretzel and the hot dog. Those were the only 3 new ones I did. And yeah, those were all food. So yeah, I am obsessed with food. And I think it's just kind of quirky
Oh, I love
that
it.
like a food shaped board just for food serving and yeah, it's just fun.
Oh, the happy faces and other faces, they're just funny to see like different things on top of those. I think you had one in a picture and looked sad and then it had like
Yeah.
food on it. And it's just like, it's so
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. The bummer board, I call it.
Oh, boy.
You've done, so you have design degree, you said? Like,
In
Yeah,
furniture.
it's I never heard of it before, but it's general design. That was the
okay.
name of my degree, and you can kind of Cal State Long Beach, and you can kind of customize it what you want it to be. Some people want to do like car shows, event planning, graphic design, you learn a little bit of everything and you can kind of focus on
That's
what you
cool.
wanted. Yeah, and I chose furniture design, so I got a little bit of like history of that and some like CAD programming and yeah, just kind of customized it.
That's dope.
Yeah. Say I didn't have that kind of an option to like choose which part you want. I mean, I did choose graphic design intentionally, but you know, I had a feeling like you had some kind of graphics background too, just from the way you brand everything.
Yeah, I feel like that has helped a lot, like creating a brand. That was something I really wanted to focus on my first few years because a lot of people make cutting boards. So I wanted, like, how can I separate myself and stand out and give someone a feeling of like what it would be like to own one of my boards. I thought that was important.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. For sure.
Oh, we have 2 now.
Don't do that.
Not on camera.
Not on camera.
Oh my God. When my dog is licking herself and people are over, I'm always like, Jane, we have company. Stop. Like it's
Not in front of
just
the public.
exactly. For later. Shh.
My little girl dog, sometimes when she gets too excited, we have a big like pit bull lab and she'll start humping him when there's company. Like
Oh
that's
my
how
gosh.
she just gets excited. So that's
Overstimulated.
another, like, I'm sorry.
It hurt thy eyes.
I feel like anytime a dog humps, you're just like mortified.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
You're like, not my children.
It's just like when it's a girl dog, like, is that natural? Like, what are
I
you
mean, girls
doing?
get horny too.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but you like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it.
And then the podcast took a turn.
Girls get horny too.
That's
your
going to be the
cutting
snippet.
board.
I
A
love cutting
little
boards.
inlay.
Yeah. Girls get horny too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could totally see her doing that though. Seriously. That's the next line.
I've been thinking about push sticks a lot and like different, I don't know, cute ones, like because they could be so diverse.
Yeah.
Just thinking of that. So that would be a funny thing to have on a push stick.
It'd be hilarious.
Girls get horny too. You're just like pushing wood.
Please,
It's like a
that would
slow-mo
make
shot.
it.
That would be good. Good
Yeah.
marketing, good reel.
I'd
Thinking
like
ahead,
to see
nobody
this.
steal
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. We'll just cut that out.
Actually, I
That would
would
be
like to see
hilarious.
it if someone did make that. That'd be cool.
Please tag me.
Yeah, tag me. Let me know. Let all of us know.
Please.
The
That would be great.
collective girls get horny pod.
I would
It's not what
actually
you think it
totally run
is.
that podcast. I'd be fine with that.
Totally would.
Welcome. That's when you drop the voice. Sorry, I flirt with women a lot. Just to fill you in on that one with me. Just gotta drop that now. I'm that person who's like, hey girl, really like that cutting board you posted today. You're like, so that's just background on me.
That's the voice you read in
Yeah.
now when it
Yeah,
comes
exactly.
from Tiff.
Yeah, if I'm not
Okay.
actually sending you a
Yeah.
voice message, you're gonna read my messages that way
Right.
after knowing me long enough.
Now that I know, yeah.
Yeah. All my comments, she's gonna read that way now.
Yeah.
You're gonna read workbench content
Yeah.
like that.
We're only 2 weeks away and we can't wait to see you.
That
That's
should be
Wednesday's
a
post.
promo. Yeah.
Mhm.
For them, I try to be as organized as possible, and that way I can just, use it when I need it.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. I'll get like a spurt of energy to make like 15 reels at once and then
Damn.
space them out. Just like set a day to do all that because it is hard to think of a new one every day.
That's awesome,
Totally.
though. That's a good amount if you can knock that out.
For
Yeah,
sure.
gotta just I have like all my little ideas in my notes app.
That's a
That's
good
the-
idea.
That's the thing. We have so many ideas, like when you're just doing something for content, like you'll be cooking dinner and an idea will strike. And if you don't write it down, it's gone. It's just
Yeah.
gone.
I
Yeah,
do
in the
write
middle
it
of the
down, like I
night.
tend to do that.
Yeah.
And then I lose it. And then, like, the idea is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the notes app is a good idea.
Yeah, a few of them have gotten away from me in the middle of the night because I didn't write it down. And I was like, that was a good one, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all suffer from that.
Oh, for sure. Lost many sleeps over it. What was that idea?
Oh, I love the t-shirt launch, by the way, the video. I love that the whole describing of what it means and everything that went behind that. Are you trying to get into like merch as your next avenue for income?
Yeah, 'cause it's hard to make everything like your income you have to make. So it is
Mhm.
nice to have something that can just bring in something without having to make it every single time. So I'm wearing it right now, but got my handy
Love it.
dandy
Oh, I
shirt.
love a good pocket.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
It's like because I always need a pencil on me. So I usually wear overalls every day because I can keep my pencils up here.
Pockets. Yeah.
But if I had a pocket, now I can wear t-shirts too.
Important.
Versatile.
Yeah, here and I have crew necks too.
Oh, that's
They're
cute.
cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Super.
It's a smart move. You already have such great branding on your page. So to now bring that onto the clothing, it just makes sense. And you can offer bundles and, things like that as you
Yeah.
continue to add on.
Yeah, I was thinking of like, shirt and sweatshirt bundle or something. And I have tote bags too, but I didn't design any of that stuff. I actually don't love doing the graphic design. So I have like a bunch of artist friends and
Exactly.
I help them, they help me. And I feel like that's really important too, to have those good relationships with artists you admire so you can help each other out.
I was thinking even more
1000%.
too, like the strawberry shirt, strawberry board could have like a strawberry shirt that goes with it and stuff,
Yeah.
like, and doing cute little bundles like that in a little basket.
Oh, I love your little measuring tapes.
Oh
It's so
yeah,
cute.
this one's not branded, but usually they are. It's just I include
that's
that. I
adorable.
love including little freebies with my boards too, because I
Oh, you
always
put
try
that
to
in
think
for
of, like,
free? That's cute.
yeah, try to think of like as a consumer a lot, and
Yeah.
I do. I was a big shopper when I had more money, but so yeah, always trying to think of like what the shopping experience and the opening the package and
Yeah,
make it an experience.
for sure.
I love that. I got to get better at doing that kind of stuff. I'm always just kind of like, go, 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 move, next thing. All right. And like putting intentional thoughts. You put like cards and everything in there too. Like,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah.
I got a bunch of, it's all in my packing station. Can grab it if you want to see.
Sure. Show us.
Yeah. Show and tell.
Well, I saw, yeah, you had like a grouping of things to give away. Like there was, I think, I don't know if it was a story or a reel the other day, but
Oh yeah.
I remember you sharing that. I was like, oh yeah, that's cute.
I think I did like a package something with me. We've got this is a photo shoot from the strawberry board.
Love it.
I have these tote bags too, and this is just a postcard, so someone can write their own thing, and that's the card that I sign. There's another photo shoot with my
Love it.
domino board and the checkerboard.
Love those.
Ball. And my
Be cute.
business card is also my tag for my boards.
I did that too. That's the easiest way to do it.
Then we got that handy dandy candy.
Lollipop.
This is well thought. I love it.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Thanks,
When we were
guys.
scrolling through your page, I was like, it feels like I'm shopping. Like you do give that shopping experience, even on your Instagram, just the way your grid is all set up. And you mentioned Marylou, like all the text and stuff that comes out at you. Like it's all really well organized where you feel like you are shopping a brand. So very well
Cool.
done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to be a little cohesive somehow.
Well,
It
it's coming
shows.
through.
Yeah. It shows.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Did you take classes on that, or you just sit there and you concentrate and just think about it and tweak as you go?
I think, yeah, with a little graphic design background and a little marketing work when I had the job for a few years, I just branding, like working with different brands and seeing like their packages and guidelines and stuff. I decided I should do that too.
Treat it like a business,
Yeah.
because it is.
I know, slowly figuring out that was like the last thing I learned. I just went for it, and then I was like, oh, figure out the business stuff, I guess, along the way.
Yeah, I mean, you said you were doing taxes today. Like that's just part of the things that you have to kind of build into your day and make sure you get done when you need to get it done. It's
Yeah, and just all the like getting the business license and stuff. I applied for a warehouse space.
Ooh.
It's like the beginning stages. I don't even know like if I qualify, but I have a friend helping me out, and I'm currently in a small garage and it's falling apart. I always post that stories about that. The roof is leaking. It's
I was
like,
gonna ask about this. You're like, no water today here. That's great.
yeah.
I'm like, what?
Dang.
Well, yeah, because California, we don't get too much rain, but
Right.
it's
It
such
did
a
just
pain
rain
when
a
it does.
bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the whole garage is falling apart. The garage door doesn't even open. It's I don't want to ask the landlords for too much, so I just want to kind of get out of there, and then they can fix it up. But I don't want to show off that I have this woodworking business in the garage.
Dude,
No,
I
that's
get
so
mortified
true.
at my neighbors seeing my garage. Like
Yeah.
closed door as
Yeah.
quickly as possible. I'm like, oh my God, is anyone around?
Yeah, I'm like,
It's
how has
so
no
over the
one
top.
complained about me yet? I'm so noisy. Very
Is it
lucky.
is it detached or is it part of your
It's
property?
it's detached. It's like my house and then backyard and then the
Okay.
garage. But there's a neighbor on the other side. But I guess they're not home too much. They have like another house. So I guess, yeah, it's not too loud for them.
I'm lucky, whereas my neighbors are like, we never hear you. Only once in a while. You're good. I'm like, but then I just got new ones and I'm like, oh boy, we'll see. I
Yeah,
warned them. I'm like, hi, I'm a wood carver. I carve
yeah,
out front sometimes. FYI.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I should just like bring them a cutting board. Like, sorry.
Exactly. Here, I've made the spoon for you.
Yeah. We're even, right? We're good.
Yeah, hey, it's not a bad idea. I know. It's funny, like sometimes when you have to do things that you can't do in your space and you have to go outside, at least for me, like I try to be so quick because I'm like, I don't want to be out there as an exhibit. Like people walk their dogs by me all day. So I'm just sitting here like, shh. Like when I was doing that Bride of Chucky carving, I literally was carving a doll's head on my front step, just like,
That's so
hi,
funny.
hi.
Yeah.
And like back to it because I was trying to find like a spot with shade. I don't have a carport. So if I'm outside, I'm just in the blazing hot sun. So I'm like near a tree on the corner of my property, carving in the shade. It was pretty funny. I could
That is,
We need a video of that.
yeah.
imagine why I should really like just recreate it. Just like, hey
Yeah,
there.
you could do a
Yeah.
reenactment,
Mm-hmm.
a dramatic reenactment.
Exactly. I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Oh, I really do like doing those though. Being ridiculous while trying to do something. Just so much more fun.
Yeah, the other day you posted like you had sawdust all over you or something.
I'm making a giveaway video for Oneida right now. And it's for like just like the small shop dust collectors. And I'm always talking about how emptying your shop bag is annoying. And it is. I hate emptying it. So like I'm
Yeah.
like, we all can relate to how horrible it is. So I want to really push it and show how bad it is. So that's what was that little tiny clip of me doing that. And it was just yeah, it's fun. I'm glad it's clean and I won't have to do that again. Like I'm actually going to use this one. The other one was so tall, like I'd use it, but I kept knocking it down because I'm in that one car
That,
garage just trying to
yeah.
maneuver. Yeah.
The hose is also like heavy, so it makes it top heavy.
Yes. I'm
Um,
glad for the smaller one.
yeah.
Thank
But
you,
I'm using both.
Oneida.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
using both. Thank you. Oh, no.
Yes. Thank you, Oneida.
Appreciate.
My dad's getting the tall one because he's just going to set it with one tool and let it be. I feel like that's where it shines, those taller dust collectors that go in a bucket, because like they're top heavy. So if it's just going to sit stationary, beautiful.
Yeah, I have it like positioned in a corner right next to my belt sander.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's, like,
Yeah.
just dedicated to that.
Yeah.
Not moving that
perfect.
anywhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't have the space to have two. I'm like, here, Dad. He's like, oh, thanks. I like being able to do that. Like, if you have extra of something, I love giving it away to somebody. It just makes me feel good. I like seeing somebody else enjoy it. It's like, yay, I made that happen.
I gave
And
away
moving.
like I had a smaller DeWalt planer and I gave that away because I got the 1 inch bigger, the 13.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
Dang, that's a really nice tool to give away.
I mean, it was a few years old. I feel like they're only a few $100, so it wasn't like that crazy.
I mean, that's like a lot though, that's not people's first buy. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
you change someone's life, girl.
I was gonna say that it is life changing. No, those
Yeah.
kind of tools are huge to get. You're like, oh, I can get what? Oh. What are your goals are to now move into like an actual facility? How big are you trying to go? Like,
Originally I was looking for like 1,000 square feet, but this one that came dropped in my lap is 1,900 square feet. So it's huge, like huge for me at least. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how to make this work. Do I really need this much space? It's a pretty good deal though.
You can
And
make a finish room.
yeah, I could do so make so many different rooms
the
and
dream.
Yeah.
and hopefully I have a girlfriend that was in the same woodworking program that I was, and she is almost finished with it and wants to like be an employee. And so I have to figure out that too. I don't know how paying employees works. So there's a lot to think about and like restructure my business. Can I make this work? But I'm really like, I'm maxed out in my garage with what I can do. I only have room to make cutting boards and I would like to make bigger stuff, maybe take on more custom jobs because I turn all those down right now. But if I had someone to help me figure that out and talk to the clients, that would be a huge help and bring in some more dough.
For sure.
No, absolutely. I feel like people always underestimate the amount of space they're going to like need. So I think that it's fortunate that this one is bigger than you were going to go for, because you probably would have grown out the other one, you know, like if you didn't make that leap.
True.
So
Yeah.
especially if you want to have two people in there moving around and getting it all done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Very true.
cool. That's an exciting
It's super
time to be in.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like thinking of all these different, like hosting workshops, or like maybe have like a weekend pass people can use it for and teach them. And yeah, might have to like do a Kickstarter
Hmm.
because there's like so many expenses in the beginning, and I would want like a larger drum sander, and I just have the job saw, or the job site saw stop right now. It's like so small, so I'd want a bigger one. And just like calculating all those expenses, like I'm gonna be drained like right away, and then it's just a lot to think about.
For sure.
Yeah. And it's also things to think about. Like, do I want to reach out to brands to try to get these tools? Do I want to commit time to making content? Or do I want to concentrate on this? Like, there's a lot of things to think about. Cause like
Yeah,
my mind's always like, well, you could probably get a table saw for free. But then I'm like, well, then you'd owe a YouTube video or this or that. And if that's not what's on your agenda, then it's going to take you away from the goals.
true. No, hey everybody, I will make a video for you. Give me some tools. I am definitely open to that.
I offer coaching. No.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to Workbench. You're going for the coaching.
That is,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna take lots of notes, take in everything I can from that. I'm definitely want to learn more about that aspect of the social media.
Yeah, there's some amazing people that are going to be there teaching things too that are just going to help people so much, like with different aspects of their business. Like, I know you're, talking about how do I pay somebody? How do I pay an employee? There's going to be a CPA there that you could just go and ask. Like,
Okay,
you
sick.
know, like literally you could just walk up to her like, hey, Christy, what's up? I'm,
Oh,
I,
Christy's gonna be there?
yeah, Christy's going to be there.
Oh,
She's going to be
cool.
having a class. So,
Oh,
she's,
cool.
well, expert desk. So during lunch, she'll be
Okay,
there.
okay.
And then Sadie from the Awesome Orange, she'll be talking about QuickBooks and bookkeeping. And then Christy is going to be there. Christy Steinman, if you're looking for her, it's like Christy Steinman, CPA.
Okay.
She's going to be teaching about like the actual, any kind of questions like that, like random things, like, because she's been doing this for a long time. She's also a maker. So like she's been running her own business. So she has that like nice specialty field where she has all the info that you could want.
Oh, so cool. That
Yeah.
is very exciting. So it feels like just the timing of everything right now just seems right. And that's basically how I go about my life, just what feels right.
That's cool. I mean, it's having a lot of confidence too in yourself. Like this feels good. I'm gonna follow this path and see where it leads.
Yeah, I guess so.
So what do you want to build if you get the bigger shop? Like what's the first thing that you're thinking about for product wise?
We don't know yet. I just want to have a lot more inventory. Maybe I'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to do wholesale with if I have another employee helping me, because right now it's just all directly on my site.
Yep.
And I don't even have like SEO figured out. It's all through Instagram. And I don't even have Instagram shop figured out. Like that still confuses me. So it's basically I just promote on my stories and reels. So I feel like I can definitely grow in more sales with that. And then maybe just do just fun projects that I want to do while the sales are still naturally coming in for the boards, and have an employee help me with that. And so I don't know what big builds I want to do, just whatever feels right at the moment. No, I don't plan too much, I guess. I'm just,
I don't know if there was like some things secretly like you've been dying to turn
oh
like one
yeah.
of your cutting board designs into like a table or something,
Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah. Definitely want to make some tables, but I don't want to do shipping.
Just local.
Yeah, just local then. Um, maybe working with stores and doing builds, because I just recently made reels about like I'm not doing customs anymore and I want to focus more on the builds I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that was when I was really just going to focus on being a content creator because I didn't have any warehouse space or any space in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just going to focus on like my cutting boards and hopefully making money doing more content. But having a warehouse has always been like the end goal or a dream. But it's always been too scary and I didn't know if I could do it. But this opportunity is just too perfect to not. So like having to rethink of everything, like just this week, like what's possible. Yeah, so just constantly changing.
I understand that. Like self-employment is just a big chain of pivoting. Like you have to figure out a way to pay the bills that month, and it's like, what is it going to be? Or like you're good now, but you can see that there might be a gap coming quickly, and you're like, how am I going to fill that gap? How am I going to make money for that month? So it's interesting. I'm
Yeah.
finding it now. I'm rounding out to now year 2 almost, which is crazy. Like to think about. I'm like, I've lasted almost 2 years so far.
Amazing. Yeah, I've never had like an overhead really or anyone else to worry about paying. So it's gonna
Mhm.
be like a lot more stress, but I feel like I'm ready for that stress.
You're making the right moves, like by going to like workbench and having just, you're gonna see when you go, your mind's just gonna be brewing up a million ideas. I am sure Mary Lou can tell you like the experience of going there and talking to everybody who's in the same kind of like field. It's just crazy.
Well, a lot is happening at the same time. So
Yes.
it could be like a bit overwhelming because like
Mm-hmm.
you're meeting a bunch of people that you have the same exact interest with. And but then you're also like meeting with brands. And so there's kind of like this social aspect, but also there's like this is a networking thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
And then
also
like you're
learning.
learning. Yeah, you're learning
Yes.
from these classes and you're like trying to keep notes. Am I like sober enough for this right now?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Like
Yeah.
I love to party.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Like
like
good.
I do
the
get
You'll
very
fit right
drinking
in.
excited.
is the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I really want
it's
the information and the memory.
yeah,
I need to keep the memory.
for sure, for sure.
I,
Spread
I,
it out, spread it out.
no, I'm excited for you. Like, that's a really cool time, though, to be looking at like a warehouse opportunity, looking at like getting an employee, just thinking about having more bandwidth for things, like alleviating the clerical things. Like you said, you wanted to have her deal with customers so that way you can create more. Like, that's always the dream,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially if somebody understands
Yes,
the capabilities too,
Yeah, she
like of a shop.
100. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, she's very smart and she wants to like help me build this thing in community, maybe community space and just space for women or queer people that wouldn't normally feel welcome in a wood shop. Just we got a lot of ideas.
Love it. That's cool. It's an important thing to be happening. I'm talking to another maker who's doing a very similar thing where she's trying to like revamp her space to make the very same inviting environment for people. So I think it's great seeing others starting to do that and want to be more inclusive and encourage people to step out and try something new because it's scary.
You should definitely talk to Shar when you're at Workbench Con. That's like literally what she does. Like she started at the makerspace and teaching and stuff, and now she's on doing TV commercials, but also
Wow.
still doing that.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
still
And
doing what
so
she
like
loves.
Yeah. Yeah,
and she's
definitely.
very community driven. So
Yeah, that'll be a good
that
one.
would
I
be a good
definitely
person to
follow
talk to.
her and I'm a fan.
Yeah. Same.
Who isn't?
I know. You'll see at WorkbenchCon, all these people will just flock to her.
So we do like a newbie meeting when you first get to Workbench, and Shar hosted it with me last year. And at the very end, we're like, okay, guys, have a great time. We'll see you at the party, right? And then like this flock of women just came right after to shower. I'm like, I was like, is anybody here for the Tiff fan club? Like just joking around. And then two people like me. I'm like, oh, thank God. I felt so alone because she had like literally like a line of people. I love it. I'm like, you are just a magnet, woman. I'm like, you just bring the people in. I love it. We need that. Like,
And then it makes it even funnier because I'm like recording it
Yeah.
like, with a camera. like I'm her paparazzi. Yeah.
It's fun to be able to work with your friends in those kind of environments and to collab. Like you just
For
did that,
sure.
like you were saying, like the John and Joni thing, like to be able to pop into someone's shop and create content with them, learn a new skill. Like it's just so cool that we have that access to each other.
Get
Your
your
cats
real
want to
ideas.
be a
I
part of
know.
this show today.
It really does. It's because I also did some rearranging last week.
Oh, they're
I
curious.
moved my workbench into my living room because it was just taking up too much space. And so, yeah, like it just smells like wood, and they're very curious still about the whole thing.
Do you have a shop in your garage?
I
Or-
do. Yeah. I have like a 1-car garage. But it's pretty long. So it feels like a galley kitchen, but a galley shop. Yeah. And I just hung my Onefinity on the wall. So it feels
Cool.
like very spacious now.
Wow. So every
the table
project
sucks.
you just can like put it on the wall and then
Mm-hmm. And then she does her thing.
cool. What size
Yeah.
do you have?
32 by 32.
Okay. I have the 32 by 48, and I know they just came out with like the 48 by 48 one.
They're gonna be there at
Mhm.
Workbench Con too.
Mhm.
Love my Onefinity.
Yeah,
We all have them.
me
Yeah.
too.
Love them.
Yeah.
They get so much
Love
free
it.
promotion on my show.
Yeah,
They so do. They
same.
do.
Same. Yeah.
I mean, they did give me my CNC, so thank you, Onefinity. But yeah, but it is funny. Like they do. They get because we just love it. Like it's a good machine. Like I've never talked to
Have you
anybody
had
and
one
they hate it.
before? The Onefinity, or was that your first CNC?
It was my first CNC.
So we had shitty ones before
Yes.
Onefinity, and then got the Onefinity, and it's just like game
Yeah.
changer.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
you had the struggle. I didn't. I had a friend that did a bunch of research and he got Onefinity, and he lives in Portland. We're just internet friends, and he was kind enough to I had another friend living in Portland, so I stayed with her, and then he showed me a day of how to run it, and that's all
Oh,
it took.
nice.
Just in
Yeah,
one day,
that's cool.
learned it.
That's
Right.
nice. Like
Yeah.
because it's intimidating. Like when I first got mine, I put it together and then I was like, I don't know how to use this thing. And like luckily I was able to call Sam from Uncharted Customs, and like we did a
Mm.
video call and he just like, Tiff, you got this, and like showed me how to do it. And I was like, oh my God, it's so simple. Like
Yeah.
I just freaked out. I'm like, oh, okay. Boop.
What
You know?
what program do you guys use with yours?
I still use easel, but I do have Carveco that I have to learn, and then I also have VCarve that I have to learn, but I've just been using easel because I know easel.
Yeah, Easel's so easy. It just shows you what it's gonna
So
look
easy.
The
like.
word ease is an easel.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
And it is easy as fuck. I
Yeah.
don't
The
know.
best. No,
I
it's
don't
not the best, but
It's
you know,
gonna
it's the
be really
best.
hard for me to switch to something else.
Yeah.
There's like a few one-off ideas, but I could just hit up Tiff and be like, hey,
Yeah.
can you just make this G code for me real quick?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I even have access. Like, Carveco is willing to sit with me and teach me, and I'm just like, yes, we'll do that soon. Soon. I'm like, it's just like, it's how much brain do I want to like access do I want to give that at that moment? You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
there's just so many other things that I have to focus on right now, but I do want to get good at that. But also, like,
YouTube it.
oh no, I do love if someone will
I
just sit with
just,
me though. If someone will just sit with me and
yeah,
just
because you have
eliminate
specific
that.
questions and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am like the opposite because I have
Yes.
anxiety talking to people. So I'll just watch like 100 YouTube videos. Like even like if some of it's like kind of the same as what I heard, I'm like, oh, but they might say like one thing that'll be different. But for the most part, I should like just learn with other people.
Yeah, I think I'm really good with like one-on-one person. In groups, that's when I get more anxiety as well.
Mm,
I
yeah.
get bored if I'm in a group, even if it's information I want to hear. I'm just like looking at everyone's faces in a meeting and I zone out. I'm like, oh, focus in, focus in. But if you're one-on-one with somebody, it's all catered to you. Like, how could you not like that? Like, any little tiny question that you might have on your mind, whether it be stupid
Yeah.
or not, like you get to ask that. Like, I am making a YouTube video right now for my brand new carving tools I got. So it's with Fordham, and it's a completely different style carving tool that I'm used to. It's replacing my die grinder, which is, I don't know if you ever use them, but they're very big and you got to hold them with like two hands and stuff. And now I'm going to a very small tool, but there's like different rules that you have to follow, or else you're going to make the machine work too hard, or you could break it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I pulled it out. I played with it for a little bit. I know I did something wrong. And I'm like, okay, I think I know why. Watched 5 minutes of a video, and then I just popped up in my email. I was like, hi, thanks so much for the tool. Think we could do a quick YouTube or like a Zoom sesh real quick and chit chat about this tool. And then she ended up getting like the guy that helps make them. And we had a half-hour talk, and like I got left with so much knowledge that I like, now I have confidence. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be able to tackle this. So like, knowing that you could actually just ask somebody like for the help like that is huge. And I don't like I have extreme anxiety calling people and doing things for myself. But for some reason now, like once I land a brand deal, like that gives me complete confidence of I need to know all the information
Yeah.
now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm representing you. So
Yeah.
I need you to educate me so
Yeah.
that I'm
For
not a
sure.
dummy. I hate when
For
people like get a new tool and then teach you the wrong things. Like, it gets me going. I'm like, did you do any research?
True. Yeah.
I also don't want to talk out of my ass and not give good information if I'm making a YouTube video about something. Like, I want you to learn and you feel better, and you didn't have to call them, and you didn't have to do that call.
Yeah, that's awesome. I do a lot of learning on YouTube.
Yes. So much learning.
You're my target audience.
For sure. For sure.
All right, so now is the point where Brandy is going to come back on the show after it has been many, many months since I interviewed her. And I'll tell you, right before she got on camera, it was really, really hot that day, both in California and in Massachusetts. And Brandy resorted to cutting off the bottom of her pants and making herself some shorts overalls. It was quite a cute story, and I loved being able to hop on this call with her just about directly after she did that. So I hope you enjoyed this little add-on.
How are you?
Good. Hot. So hot.
I just died watching your stories. I was like, I don't blame her. Fucking cut those pants off.
I was having a moment and my friends like, you gotta like, they weren't straight, to take them off and cut them. I was like, I don't care. I don't care what they look like. Get them off.
Hem them later. You can fix that later. Right now, it's like, just, I need the freedom.
Yeah, that's what it felt like too.
I literally was just talking to Marylou about the Carhartt ones that have like the shorts, and how those might be awesome like to grab, because
Oh, yeah, I forgot the short version.
it's too hot, man. It's just too hot.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the show. I appreciate you making time for this and love the background.
Yeah, that's specifically for my desktop.
It's perfect. Listen, we talked about it before. You love branding, and like that's what's so particular about you. That's what people love about you, is like it's a whole package. You know what I mean? Like, you're down to the aesthetics at every angle.
Yeah, just like Coca-Cola. I don't know. They're always like, so you remember the brand.
Mhm.
Any chance you get, throw it in there.
No, I love it. I love it. I can't wait till I don't have two lasers in my background and just have one.
Oh,
It's so much
look at
easier to
you.
decorate.
Your whole
I'm
room is
I'm
lasers.
bursting with lasers. It's like my personality is slowly like hidden away. It used to be like all art behind me. Now it's like, here's some machines.
True. Yeah, I have it's not little, but X tool, my back there.
I don't know. It's pretty sleek. Like that's pretty small.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I'll take.
Oh my God. Well, the last one was a lot of talking about like going to Workbench Con. We just met you. It was so new. I thought this would be so fun just to kind of like talk about what's kind of happened since Workbench. Now that you have your new place, like how's business going? How's the marketing going? And also talk about your t-shirt launch. Like
Oh yeah.
I love love how you did that. I was dying about it, like just the whole wigs and the personalities with the names, like so
Yeah.
great.
Okay. So yeah, when we first talked, I was scared about going to Workbench Con. I was scared about moving into the warehouse.
A
And
lot of changes.
I think I was launching my first shirt color too. I think I was about to launch that. And so it's
Yes.
been several months. I like sold out of my white shirts and now I wanted to change it up and now they're green. um, so yeah, did the marketing with the wigs because it's been kind of hard making sales. I kind of dove into the influencer thing, trying to work with brands and get new equipment for my warehouse. Because yeah, I put all my savings into just getting in here
Yeah.
and have money for the upgrades I needed. So I was like, it's gonna work with brands to do that. And I love it. I love the community, but the downside is you basically become a commercial for other people's stuff. So I haven't really been marketing my own stuff as much, and sales have definitely took a hit because of that.
You're talking to the right person about this. I just wanted to let you know that I understand 100%. When
Yeah,
you don't have the money to upgrade to the stuff that you need, you have to kind of like work for it. You know what I mean? Like it's great. It's awesome. The brands are amazing and the community is awesome. But then after you get the stuff, the sales have to come in, or else why do you have all these tools, right? I completely understand. I have shelves over here full of inventory that I don't have time to market. Like it's
yeah,
cool shit. I've got lots of cool things. No one knows.
yeah.
No one
You're
knows that I have that.
like just the crumbs of yourself at the end of the day. Because
Mm-hmm.
personally, I want to do a great job for everyone else. I don't want anyone to be mad at me. I want to be like, yeah, I've always been like teacher's pet. I want to just do the best job. So yeah, I'm like, I'll take a hit on that. So I've just been working on making my inventory when I have time. So hopefully, you know, this is the slow season for everybody too.
So, okay. So sorry to interrupt that before, but yeah, like the whole making stuff and then, like you're getting all this content that you're creating for these brands and you try to tie it into your business, obviously, and all the projects that you're
Yeah,
doing.
for sure.
But how are you finding like yourself trying to bounce back from that now? Like now that you have like your tools kind of, I'm assuming you're kind of good right now. I don't know if you bringing on any other ones. We always
Yeah,
bring more. I know we always
yeah,
do.
yeah.
And
There's still several more I want working with a brand to get. So there's still a little bit more work to do there. But yeah, the plan was kind of just to organically show the tools as I'm making my product. But on the other side, showing the tools and the process, you're gonna get more woodworker followers who aren't gonna want to buy your wooden goods.
it's all my followers. Anything that goes viral or any like kind of good traction, it's always me showing a process video. And it's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, oh, they're not going to buy anything from me. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. So I'm trying to get other avenues to like my email list. I finally sent out my first email subscriber thing. I'm trying to get reviews on my website and just figure out the SEO, you know,
Getting your SEO on your website going. No, that's important.
all that.
But I feel like you must have pretty good SEO. You probably are pretty descriptive on your website.
Yeah, I think for a while I would Google myself and nothing would come up. And finally I'm starting to see like strawberry cutting board, and mine will be somewhere on the list of Google
That's
stuff.
smart though, to keep like analyzing that. No,
Yeah.
I mean, if one things you're gonna learn at like the conferences like that is those kind of things, and I kind of kick myself for not going to some of the classes because I was like, shit, I
Yeah.
gotta learn more about that.
You can go to
But
all of them.
I mean, I went to probably a lot of the classes just to go like this.
Yeah, you were working.
Hey guys, smile. I love it though. I think you're doing all the right things. Like I love that you're like, please do a, you know, a review and I'll give you a percentage off. Like I think that's really smart. And it entices people to come back to the shop again and continues to build that relationship with the people that are buying.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. I try to treat my customers like best friends. Just keep them coming.
I for the way I was trying to like resolve that issue, because I have the same exact issue. It's all people who are interested in power carving or woodworking in some capacity, or they follow me because of maybe Sabretooth or Workbench, right? So they're all in that like maker realm. So I
Yeah,
started making templates to
yeah,
like, yeah, to get those people at least hopefully to purchase something. So that's like kind of the way I'm going about it. But then I also started another Instagram and then I completely forgot I started it. But I did like Night Carver Designs shop.
yeah. I was thinking of doing that too, and
Yeah.
it's a lot though, mentally, just
I
handling.
forget about it every single time. Like my intentions were to only like do collab posts with it so that I'm not like worrying about managing a whole nother account really. It's just like whenever it's just like a straight up product thing, I will post on both or something. But then I forgot about it.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, that. It's hard with trying to do YouTube too and TikTok,
Same.
two Instagrams, and um, my goal is to get 500 YouTube followers. I'm at like 425 right now, but I do want to get. There's so many ideas and so little time. And
No,
I
100%.
wasn't prepared for being in here was the mental exhaustion more than anything. Like it's been so much just trying to get a legit business going and figure all that out with like the LLC and insurance and trying to hire someone. And it's
No,
just
it's
there's
so
no
much to
there's been
learn.
no left for like creativity. I've been so burnt out. So I've been in a funk lately. It's been kind of hard.
It's been so relatable though. Like I completely understand the funk that it does bring. Like there's if you haven't gone the full business route, like I did it and I still am constantly making sure I'm doing everything legally every year, you know what I mean? It's a lot to think about. And then there's other things that you want to do that you can't get to. So then that weighs on you, like the anxiety of like, but I want to do that. I want to do that,
Yeah.
you know,
Like
like
I'm doing all this to do that, but I have nothing left to do that.
mhm. It's tough, but like we're gonna both get through it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
give each other pep talks. We will make it through this.
What are you doing today, Tiff?
Yes.
A
Oh
mental
God.
wellness check. Uh,
It's tough. I've been like working around my kids. So like that's been a whole experience. Like I knew it was coming, but it felt like it just came so quick. It's like,
yeah.
oh God. And it's like I still have so long to go.
Yeah. Are they almost in school?
They know they still have like another month till they're
Oh.
in school. So yeah, I'm just like trying to find a rhythm, trying to find a rhythm.
Yeah. we're all having a hard time out here.
Yeah. So
Um,
how are things otherwise though? Like with just planning for the future wise, like is there something that you are thinking about making that you haven't got to that you really, really want to make by like the end of the year? Just like a
uh,
passion project?
well, I plan to do more markets, and I signed up for this like bucket list market I've always wanted to do, and it's kind of like you have to be accepted, and I got into that, so I'm
Oh,
definitely
awesome.
I want to design a whole new like little shop booth, rent my booth space. So that'll be like a whole thing, and get my inventory up. And there are new product like lines I want to do, like a plant section, like plant stakes and plant stands
I love
and
the ones that you made. Yeah, those are awesome.
things. And
I feel like it was just the start with those.
yeah, I did actually upload like a SVG file people can download, but I didn't really market that either. So I do want to make like one-off things for myself too, larger builds, and put plans out there for the woodworkers to download as well. Um, my empty garage, my boyfriend's waiting for me to turn it into a bar for him. So he wants me to build this bar top. So that's a big project.
Yeah.
We want to do, yeah, I have like a list of like 50 things. I want to do this thing where I put all my ideas in a jar, and on Fridays, like I'm not allowed to
Oh,
work for money. It's like a free creative day, and like force myself to not worry about making money, and just I think that'll be really good for my soul and my content.
yeah. No, I love that. Yeah, it makes it like a really fun thing. Like I know people have done like spin the wheel, right? And they have like a list of things that they might do. Like Chainsaw Jenna, she has like a bunch of different carvings and she'll make that carving for the video. It's so
Oh,
fun. Yeah,
yeah.
check her out. She's really fun. She's like a really young power carver, like chainsaw carver. She's
Yeah, when I'm like,
awesome.
that's
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, yeah.
Chainsaw
She's like
Jenna.
22. Yeah, Chainsaw Jenna. Check her out. Um, but it looks so liberating to just like not know what you're gonna do and just have fun and explore that. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome.
yeah.
I love that. No, I look forward to seeing that.
Cool. So yeah, lots of ideas. Just need to. It's hard though when I have so much rent to pay too. It's like balance. I've never been able to balance well. It's always just like I go full in on one thing.
I quit my job to make a very particular product and I still haven't made it yet. Like I've prototyped it all out. I have it like ready to go, but I don't like it's not I want to tweak the drawing still. And like that's what's holding me up. It's like I just
Yeah.
want to tweak it, but it's 300 drawings. So
Oh
it's like to tweak the drawings, it's like
my-
but
Is
I
this a
have to.
secret project?
What's that?
This is a secret project?
It is kind of secret. Yeah, it's for kids who are on the spectrum because both of my kids are autistic. So it's something in that realm. And it's going to be, I think, really awesome, but it's gonna be really expensive. But it's
Okay.
gonna help parents like have something that's not gonna fall apart and like something that can grow with the kid and then last past the kid needing it, maybe. And then they can gift it to somebody else. Like one of those things, like it's going to be so well made that the most that you're going to have to do is maybe replace some Velcro on some shit, you know? Like,
Okay,
but
cool.
I just haven't had time to do it. But that's like the real reason I quit my job.
Yeah.
It was like to do, I mean, obviously to do night carver. Like the dream
Yeah.
is to paint horror and pop culture art while selling children's projects like that. I could have somebody else kind of fulfill them for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I
It's a
don't
good,
want to do
it's a
it.
good plan, but it's like, how do you?
How do I get this going? Mm-hmm. The lasers are really just prototype machines, and
Yeah,
that's all they are. I don't want to be on the laser all day producing. Like that's the thing I want to give to somebody else so they can make money with me. It's like that's the end goal or a manufacturer that's nearby or something, you know?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's been secret for too long. It needs to get out.
for sure.
It does. It does. Well, curious, do you have any marketing advice for people who are trying to launch merch since you do it so well?
I mean, honestly, it doesn't sell that well.
It looks like it does. I see a lot of people buying mugs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like 10. It's not like crazy numbers. But I like just having it so that if I make like a connection with a customer, or they do something, I have something extra to give them, or if they like come
Yeah.
in person, or if I like take too long making something, I can throw it.
I totally get that one right there.
And if I want to have like a sale, like, oh, buy a board today, get a free shirt or something.
I
It's
love that idea, especially for like the holidays and stuff, like having curated little gifts for people. Like that's a
it's
really smart
it
idea.
does really well. Last year I did like buy one board, get a free ornament, buy two boards, get a free tote, buy three, get a candle, tote, and ornament.
Because it literally eliminates any work that somebody's gonna have to do to buy somebody a gift. It's like, oh
Yeah.
look,
And it all here.
I got you this whole cute set.
Uh, but for marketing advice, just like put your personality into it. Don't be afraid of that. And it's okay if you don't have a budget, just like figure out what you have. And
Yeah, I mean, you had your friends come over, right? And they were your models. So like,
I
I
had
love that.
a model in my living room. Just gave them free merch and made like little craft services with snacks and stuff.
Well, it worked well. You got to advertise your boards while like you
Yeah,
worked at it. You know, you're cross marketing. You know what you're doing.
yeah.
The sales will get there. We just have to find our audience again. But like I do want to probably start focusing on the like Night Carver shop to keep it a little bit separate because I need people to follow me for the art too.
Yeah,
It's tough out there.
yeah. Balance, we'll find it
Hmm.
eventually, right?
Totally. I have confidence in us both
Yeah,
that we'll find balance.
yeah. Well, we're resilient. We won't give up. That's
No.
one thing.
I mean, we're in like a really cool stage of life right now where we're both trying to do these things and see how it works. Like, if you have to pivot, you have to pivot, but like, it's really cool to kind of fight for it right now.
Yeah, we're like I feel like we won't have any regrets. Like follow
Yes,
every dream you can, and if it doesn't work out, then you tried.
exactly. Like I always say, if I have to start doing like a remote job again, like, straight up job, then it happens, it happens. But for now, it's kind of a fun ride, like experiment at least.
Yeah, yeah. But it'll be okay. We're good.
No, it will. It's
Yeah.
awesome. And I love what you're doing out there. Have fun with the lasers. I could just see so many more things with the way you like to like add on to things, like just so much more like coming our way with lasers with you and whatever other tools you have your eyes on.
Yeah. You too.
Thanks. All right. Well, have a good night. Thank you for coming back on. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tiff. See you later.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for listening to the show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed getting to know Brandy and having Marylou back on. If you'd like to support the show, you can head on over to my affiliate links or shop my website. It's all linked over here in the show notes, as well as all on my social media platforms. Any little bit that you can spend helps support myself and the show, and I appreciate you. I haven't wanted to do the Patreon thing in a really long time because it's so much work and I can barely get these things edited at this point. So I didn't want to add that on to it, but I hope you enjoyed getting to know Brandy, like I mentioned, and are excited to hopefully see me in October if you're going to Maker Camp. So hit me up, let me know if you're coming, and I'll see you there.